What's up guys, Garrett here with Deranged, and tonight it's all about the Viper machine accessories for the KRX 1000. Alright guys, so tonight I'm going to be installing the Viper machine accessories on my KRX. So what I got for the KRX are the vent covers, which are right here. You guys really need to check these out. They have been talked about everywhere, quite a few places on Facebook. A lot of people refer to them as the bling bling. The only difference is that I'm going to show you the shift gate pretty soon. And it's more than just bling bling the way it's set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the install of these products and how easy it is to put them in on the KRX. But also check this out. This is billet machined aluminum. And if I zoom in really close, they got their Viper logo, KRX logo, and all this sweet machine out aluminum, which is not easy to do. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to do this kind of stuff. But this is quality stuff. The really cool part is I requested these special washers that I'm going to put on to install them. And I'll see if I can get it. If you look real close, it says Deranged Off-Road. So all you got to do is ask them. You can have something custom put on them. But I went with the washer kit, aluminum washer kit. So it'll go just like this as I screw it into the side. And we'll show you guys how all that gets installed. But what I am really excited about is this setup here. So this, in my opinion, is one of the nicest shift gates on the market. And I've been watching on Facebook a lot about the Viper machine stuff, and I've been paying attention to the shift gate. I know Slick Rock Products run the shift gates. A bunch of other people are starting to run them, so I've been paying attention to that for a while. And I finally decided to reach out to Viper and buy these products myself to put them in the KRX and give them a test to see and let you guys know what we think about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the install video of this as well, this shift gate. The one that I got set up is 3 parts. So there's the bottom part, the top part, and the middle insert. That's important so the shift handle doesn't get all torn up. And then also there's a boot that goes on this that will work really well to also keep the dust down. So we're going to get all that installed, and then let me show you the shift handle. A lot of you might have seen this already, but here's the Viper shift handle. Let me get the logo up close. This is awesome. And I'm sure there's some different things you can do. You know, if you did want to paint it or do some different colors, I'm sure you can do that. I am going to keep it just like this, the billet. This is all high quality made stuff. And yeah, it doesn't come cheap. But things that take time and skill and expensive machines usually don't come cheap, made in the USA. So there's a lot of time spent on these parts, and you can tell when you receive them in the mail what kind of time they spent on them and how well they're made. But I am really excited to get them in my machine. So anyways, we'll jump into it. We'll get the vent covers installed, and then we'll get the seats out, part of the center console out to get to the shift gate, and we'll get that all installed, and we'll show you guys all of that. Also check out our Rhino whips. They're sitting right here, and our Deranged Off-Road flags and mounts. We have those mounts made right here, actually out of Arizona. And then we have the fiberglass poles, and we have the flag holders and all that kind of stuff on our website. So check that out, along of course with Dirt Warriors rear windshield and front windshield. Those are excellent products. Everything we run has been tested, and it's all the stuff that we really approve of, that we feel like is some of the best products out there. So hit up our website and check that out and see what you think. But we'll jump right into this install and we'll go from there. Alright, so the first thing is we want to remove the original frog skins here. So the other thing is too, is make sure when you're removing this stuff, you don't end up ripping your frog skin. You don't want to do that. You want to be really cautious with not doing that as much as possible. So there we go. So I'll go ahead and grab a rag, wipe this down real quick, and then we'll get these installed. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is we're going to drill these holes out. And you need to use a bit, 31/64 bit. Drill the holes out here, and then we will have to be very, very careful and drill the holes out here on the frog skin, but we do not want to ruin the frog skin when doing that. So we have to be very, very careful. So we'll go ahead and get these holes drilled out first, and then and the reason you drill them out is because you're going to be inserting these rubber fittings that will go into here, that the screws will go into to screw on the frog skin. So, and then that way, and the billet covers, and then that way they will stay. So these work really well. So we'll go ahead and get this drilled out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now we're going to drill these out so they match the same size, so everything will fit. The main thing is with drilling these out, you have to be really, really careful with the frog skin that you don't tear it or jack it up. So basically, when I use the bit and I go in here, I'm going to take it nice and slow until I get through the frog skin, and until it basically cuts the frog skin in a way that it doesn't mess it up. And just nice and slow until I get past that point. So that way now I'm into the plastic and it's pretty much cut the frog skin without tearing it. And then I'll go on to finish the hole. So as you can see right there, overall the frog skin's in good shape. You got a little bit of plastic to take off. Other than that, everything else is good. So it didn't tear it, didn't spin it, didn't cause any issues. Mainly just plastic in the way that you clean off a little bit. And then you're good to go. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of these all drilled out. We'll go from there. Alright guys, now that the vent covers are all done and they look awesome, it's time for the shift gate. So what I need to do is I'm going to pull out both my seats. The reason I'm going to be pulling out my seats is just because I have a bunch of other stuff I need to get done besides the shift gate. So we'll jump into this install of the Viper shift gate. Can't wait to get it in. Alright, so now it's time to install the shift gate. So I have the whole lever right here that will go on. I have a 3-piece part, 1 part, 2 parts, and the plastic sleeve, where the sleeve in here is 3 parts. So you got to make sure you put that back on. And then also the rubber boot that will go on to help seal out the dust and everything. So we'll go ahead and get this lifted up. We'll get all that removed, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, when installing this, this is key. So on this shifter, you're going to want to get out these little bushing pieces, and they're pretty much like plastic. So you're going to want to go from the inside here with a little flathead and just pop it right out without breaking them. And then also you'll have this piece that will slide out of the center as well. And what I'm going to do is, before I put this back in, I'll run a little bit of grease on it. Felt like it had some grease on it. And then these little bushings from each screw were inside here. You need to keep those as well. So make sure you keep all that stuff and you take it off of this, because it will go in the new shift handle when you install it. There we go. That is just spring loaded, so it takes a little bit of pressure when you're installing that to get on there. But make sure the one little arm of the spring that's on top is actually on the passenger side. And you'll know you have it when it's moving back and forth. So, okay. We'll go ahead and install this nut back on with the intent of not dropping it down there and losing it with my fat finger. So hopefully I'll get it the first time. Oh my gosh. It's a freaking miracle. It truly is a miracle. I don't know how I got it in there, but I did. I usually always screw up something like that. Alright, the next step is to install this awesome dust boot. Helps keep, a little bit of dust out over here. As you know, the KRX can get some dust coming up all through this area, but this will help. So in order to slide this on, we are going to have to take that top off. And then one thing, and it's really cool because the instructions will come with everything that you need. And what it basically says is to use a little bit of dish soap on this boot, because we're going to slide it down just like this all the way down until it hits the spring. So that top of the arm of the spring is basically where it's going to go. So we got to be able to get that on, which means it's going to take a little bit of work, but that's what the dish soap's for. Alright, let's see how fun this is. You'll want the holes to line up, so when you stick the shift gate on, it'll actually bolt through those holes, which isn't too big of a deal. So. Alright, well, I'll be honest with you. The dish soap makes all the difference. So that definitely made a big difference getting that on. Alright, so here's the Viper set up, and just use a little Allen wrench. I'm going to take this apart real quick. I can get the bottom part. And we're only going to install the bottom part and then put the plastic back on, and then we'll install the top stuff on top of that. Really easy to do. So far I've never installed one. It comes with really good instructions, and it has been super simple and super easy to put in. So there's the two parts. I'm going to put this one up there for now, and we'll get this one installed. I'm just making sure I put it in the right way so I don't screw it up. Going just like that. And the biggest thing is we're going to use the existing sleeves. Get these little rubber heat things out of the way for a second. I almost need like a little thing to hold that stupid thing up. I guess I could take it out, but whatever, it's kind of a pain. I'll put my head there. That sleeve is in there. And there you go. No, no, no. We're just going to put back these Allen wrench screws here. Honestly, guys, this is very impressive. This is like severely easy to install. And I'm telling you right now, you're installing a real shift gate, not just a plate. This is a full-on setup. I can't wait to get out on the rocks and check it out because that's really what it's for. But the way this goes together, they did some impressive machine work. Like, everything just fits so nice. And honestly, the install was so easy. And as you guys know, we don't just throw anything on our machines. We really pay attention to what's out there. We watch it for a while, before reaching out. And this has caught my eye for a while. Not just because it looks so good and it's billet, but just the function of it and the way it's built. I'm telling you, this was extremely easy to install, and I can't wait to use it. So it's like an excellent product. We will let's get the shift knob set up here. Get that installed real quick. Tighten down. There you go. High, low, and reverse. Simple reverse back and forth from high, or from low to reverse, or if you're using high, back to reverse. Very simple, easy, quick to do in case you're rolling back on the rocks. So anyways, then you have neutral. I'm completely impressed. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the Viper machine shift gate install. Also the rear vent covers. Both of them completely easy to install and extremely very nice product. I have seen a lot of mixed comments on Facebook about the cost of this stuff, and I get it. It's not cheap, but there's a reason why it's not cheap, guys. It's true billet aluminum. It's machined. The machines that do it are very expensive. Rick and those guys over there at Viper have a lot of talent, and it takes talent to run these machines. And these are one-offs. This is stuff that he built and that he designed. and they did in general over there at Viper, and they did an awesome job. And you know, stay tuned. They're gonna have some more products coming out, so watch for those. Also, one more thing with this Viper stuff is we plan on hitting the trails with Viper themselves and their KRXs at Sand Hollow. Hopefully in the near future, in a few weeks or so, I'll be able to test out the shift gate, be able to talk to them. We'll be able to walk around their machines, check out all the other accessories, see if they have anything new coming out, and you'll see that on our website as well. But I'm excited to work with them. I think they have a great product, and I wouldn't work with them if they didn't. And also just the way they are. Rick and all those guys over there so far have been great to work with, to talk with, great customer service, very easy to talk to. You can answer, you know, they'll answer any questions you have. And to me, that, you know, that makes a big difference when it comes to products. So, all right, okay, can't wait to get out and ride and try this thing out, but man, it looks good in the KRX.
Dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall, there's a higher road you're taking. Let go of everything that you know and be wild in the mystery. Yeah. I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?